Session 6 will deal with needs for outsourcing. So what happens here is when you go for outsourcing, you will be really good. Henry Fayol is the father of general management. Now in a global market, it is not just the competition of the goods, it is also the competition of Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Business Studies in Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. Yet another session, and this session is very important. Session 6 will deal with needs for outsourcing. Students, please watch this till the last because need for outsourcing is very important. Even after you finish your PU or degree or master degree, outsourcing is a concept which is there until your last breath. So you are supposed to know why there is a need for outsourcing. The first one here is focusing of attention, followed by quest for excellence, and then you have cost reduction, growth through alliance, and then you have Philip of economic development. The word Philip, in the sense, it gives a boost, that is boost to economic development. Let's learn one by one what all these concepts are all about. The first one here is focusing of attention. What is this focusing of attention? Try to understand that. You may be very good academically, you may be very good co-curricularly. The thing is, you should always excel in whatever you are doing. So what happens is, when you outsource people are there who are gonna do better things, that is effectively and efficiently they're gonna manage. Now in the competitive world, if efficiency and effectiveness isn't there, they will not stay in the market, they'll not stay in the company. That is what happens when you go with outsourcing. They'll go with what? Focusing of attention. That is, you may be good at doing so many things in academics and extracurricular activities, yet you would be better off by focusing your limited time and the money on just few things for better efficiency and effectiveness. So what happens here is, when you go for outsourcing, you will be really good. You will learn so much from many of the other people, and then that will be definitely a added on course for your life as well as for your experience. So that is what you are supposed to go for. The next one here you have is quest for excellence. Yes, outsourcing is done for people who really need job, and it is not like people who ever need job. The people who have potential, values, potentiality to perform the task. So that is why there is always a quest for excellence. You are aware of the benefits of division of labor. Yes, division of labor was actually said by Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol. Please understand Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol is the father of general management. He is the father of what? General management. Now when you come to the second PU, you will understand Henry Fayol, and he has given the 14 principles. In that, the division of labor and specialization is always given. Now here, outsourcing enables a firm to pursue excellence in two ways. There are two ways, where the one of the way I have given you, the second way I'll be giving you in the next session. Now quest for excellence, in the sense, when people will come and they'll perform the work, what really happens is they'll be given targets. When they'll get the targets, what is that they do? They should get the targets, and they are supposed to fulfill all the requirements to complete those tasks. When they go for it, every time the specialization will be increased. That means they are doing the same work, and they are doing it for what? For a small duration. When they do the same work every time, the specialization will automatically come to them. Best example I'll tell you, when your mother married your father, she did not even know how to make chapatis, right? But after a course of years past, now she is the expert in making chapatis. The reason is what? This is the division of labor, and the specialization. So these are the things which you people should know, that outsourcing, yes, you have hired a person who doesn't have any job experience, but after doing the same work 1,000 times, a lakh time, he'll definitely get specialized, and then he'll be performing it efficiently and effectively. So one, they excel themselves in the activities that they can do, and do what? Do the best by virtue of limited focus. You would have seen the chef, how they actually cut onions. When the person who wanted to be a chef, when he started cutting onions, what happened was he used to cut it very slowly. Now after 30 years of cutting onions, now what happens is, without seeing what he is cutting, he'll chop the onions very fast, and that too with a ease format. What exactly it is? It is also what? The quest for excellence. Henry Fayol beautifully he has explained about the quest of excellence in the 14th principle, where he says division of labor and division of work. What it is, you need to allot small work to a person, that person should do that work 100 times, 1,000 times. Now what happens is, the 1,001 time when he is doing it, he'll be the masters, and there will be only what? Virtue limited focus, but he'll do it extraordinarily very, very good. So this is what is the need for outsourcing. Next one is cost reduction. Yes, understand the beauty of cost reduction. Now in a global market, it is not just the competition of the goods, it is also the competition of the employees and the laborers. Now here you need to understand that global competitiveness necessity not only global quality, but also global competitive pricing. I'll give you an example here, you will understand it better. Now US, UK, say India. I've given you three of the countries. What happens here is, now USA, what they do is, their currency is all about dollars, and UK is all about pound, right? And India, it's all about the rupees. Let's go with this, right? Now, if you try to understand the dollar, pound, and rupees, the way they really perform is, now MBA graduate, he gets $10,000 per month. Here UK, probably he gets say 9,000 pounds, and here say it is 19,000 rupees, right? Now all these are what? The MBA graduates. Now what US people will do is, they will outsource Indian MBA students. Now the reason is what? Cost reduction. Cost reduction. Now UK people will also hire the Indian, again cost reduction. But what we feel is, we are so proud and we always tell that my son is working in US, my son is working in UK. The real thing is what here? This is all cheap labor. That is why people pick the developed nation, will actually pick the developing nation students as well as the employees and the laborers. And what the developing countries they do is, they pick from underdeveloped. The reason is what? Cost reduction. Now here what happens is, now Indians will choose which is a country which we need to go and we need to work, whether it is US who gonna pay us, or whether it is UK which will pay us. So this is what happens. That is why a competitive price will also be there in the US market and the UK market, because they need brainies, and they always hire the Indians and the Asians. The reason is, they are dedicated as well as they have the potentiality to bring up new products and upgrade the system. Now here, if you understand Microsoft, Apple, or any other company, Indians are more. The reason is what? They are the people who actually work better than anybody on the globe. Next one is, has the price turned southward? Now understand, the more students, the more employees, more laborers are going from India to some other place. So we call it as a brain drain, right? What happens is, the cost which was say $10,000, now what will happen is, The more and more Indians are going to US, more and more people are going. Now they are outsourcing more people. Gradually, after years to years, it will actually come down, and lastly it will actually be $1,000. The reason is what? Demand for Indians was more, but now more and more Indians are actually going there. So what happens is the cost is reduced, and now it is even for $1,000 people are working in abroad. So these are the differences which you people should know. Has the price turned southward due to competitive pressures? The only way for survive and profitability is cost reduction. Now I'll tell you, this pandemic COVID-19, what really happened? Many people, they lost their job. Reason is what? This is what the reason is. Earlier, we were happy that we used to get $5,000 and we used to work. Now what happened is, everybody, whoever were working in the company couldn't pay the salary to them. Then they took 50% of their employees and they said, we cannot give you money, you are supposed to just go out. Now the remaining 50%, they are supposed to work the 100% working capacity. But what is that salary they are getting? They are getting only 50% of the salary what they used to get earlier. Now what exactly it is? It's all about what? Cost reduction. And for any company, what the company does is they only prefer outsourcing. That is, they just want people to come, perform, and then go. That means they don't want people to think, they want people to work. So that is what the beauty of outsourcing is. Yes, there is a boon, there is a bane. And next one we have is growth through alliance. What is this growth through alliance? You need to understand that when a company is tying up with a third party, the third party is being an alliance to the company. So there is always what? I'm also making profit, even you will make profit. I'm getting benefit, even you will get benefit. That is what the thing is. To the extent you can avail of the service of others, your investment requirements are reduced. Yes, others have invested in those activities for you. A best example I'll just give you is interview, right? Interview. Now for interview, what happens is you are supposed to depend on the HR. You're supposed to go with the HR, and then you are supposed to go with a proper personnel management. That is, you need to go for training and development. Now you are a software company which only develops software, but you need people. Now what happens is you are supposed to have a different branch of HR, human resource, and then you should go for training and development, as well as you need to go for R&D. Now for investing all these, you need money, isn't it? Yes, for all these things you need huge capital, huge money. Now instead what you do is you will hire the third party who deals with the HR and training and development. Now the third party has already invested in all these things. Now you don't need to invest any further. So all the things they'll look after. So what you do is you will only contact them and you will tell them to send the employees who are really potentially very good and very strong. So you don't need to waste your money on them. So it's their headache, it's their kind of a thing that which of the people they're gonna hire and they're gonna give. So what happens is, to the extent you can avail of the service, the others, your investment requirement. See, here investment is required. You don't need to go with investment at all. So what happens is, required, others have invested in those activities for you. That is somebody else, that is a third party, and these are the people who will give us the outsourcing employees. They are the one whom where we have outsourced the people. So here the growth through alliance will definitely be there. Now here what happens is, I'll also get benefited, as well as the third party will also get benefited. That's why students, after your masters, if there is a campus interview, campus selection, please go to the campus interview, campus selection and get selected. Or else what happens is, you are supposed to pay to these third parties called as the consultation or the consultants, and then you are supposed to come to the company. There are the reputed companies. What they do is they only hire people from consultancies, agencies, right? So why you are supposed to go like that? Don't be a person whom they are supposed to choose. You are supposed to be like a person whom you are supposed to choose which company you want to go. So that is how you are supposed to do that. Next is Philip to economic development. The meaning of Philip in the sense it boosts. What does it do? It will boost to economic development. Now here outsourcing, mere so offshore outsourcing stimulates entrepreneurship, employment and exports in the host country, that is the country from where outsourcing is done. Now I'll give you beautiful examples where you have, say, India, you have country like Japan, right? And here you have country like Scotland. Okay, now what is this flip? That is boost to economic development. Here when Indians, they go to Japan, right, for work. Now what exactly it is? Japanese are outsourcing Indians. They're outsourcing Indians. Now the Indians who have gone to Japan, they will know something called technical know-how. Technical know-how, that is they learn everything from Japanese, that how they will perform, and that will be definitely an help after when those people will return to India and they start the technology there. But if they retain there itself, what happens? Try to understand. There are many people who have gone to Japan, they have learned the art and culture of Japan, they have know what exactly the systematic procedure happens, and when they come back to India, they become the entrepreneurs. Again, it is also what a plus point to Indians. But there are many people who are in Japan and they have never come to India at all. They feel that Japanese and the Japan culture is also good, so they have settled there. So outsourcing, more of offshore outsourcing stimulates what? Entrepreneurship, employment and exports in the host country. So host country, which is the host country? Japan is the host country. Japan is what? The host country. And here what has happened is Japanese get more benefit when Indians go there, because it is their economy which is developing, because they are working for Japan. In the same way here, Indians who goes to Scotland, now Scotland becomes the host country. Now here what happens? Again, the economic development is what? Is increased. Now we have few of the countries like Nepal. They go to India. Now India becomes the host country. And now Indians get more economic development because of outsourcing. When see productivity is more, sales is happening, profitability is there, stability is there, then definitely what happens is the economic development of that country will definitely increase rather than decreases. And job opportunity should always be created, students. When they create more job opportunity, why there is more unemployment in India? The reason is population. Now we have huge industrialists, huge infrastructure, everything is there, but when it comes to when we compare ourselves with infrastructure and the population, now there is a problem. If the same country with all the resources, if we had limited populations, we would have been the developed nation the entire world would have never seen. But here also what it is, though we are overpopulated, we are in the second position. What it is the more and more outsourcing if we do from underdeveloped nation, and if we actually make more industries and give employment to our own people, what happens is definitely yes, one day India will be a developed nation. So these are the needs of outsourcing. Hope you have understood it, students. Thank you so much, and next session I'll be there and you are supposed to come with your notes. Until then, I'll see you when I see you.